The line between justice and revenge blurs when a devastated family uses social media to track down people who killed their 24-year-old daughter. Question of the video: what is your favorite true crime series? Let me know in the comment section down below, and there you can find mine. Why Did You Kill Me is a new Netflix documentary movie, and this is based on the true story. This tells the tale of 24-year-old Crystal Theobald's brutal murder as a result of a 2006 drive-by gang shooting in California. Belinda Lane, Theobald's mother, teamed up with her niece to catch her killer on Myspace. They created multiple fake Myspace accounts to track down the killer. And this is where the line between justice and revenge is blurred, because within this movie, we see this mother and her niece team up together to create all these different Myspace profiles, to befriend people, to flirt with people, to get information about this 2006 drive-by shooting. At times, it goes very far, and the documentary captures what one person will do to try to find the killer of a family member. And we see a lot of interviews between police officers, the niece, the mother, family members. We also see the screen of Myspace accounts, how this young niece is changing the profile to fit Crystal, and also befriending a lot of people, inviting people to parties, trying to get information, flirting with people, and they really get deep within that. We also see how this young girl is affected by all of this, how emotional she was when she was acting as her aunt and trying to lure people into conversations. We see how it affected her. We also see how this mother is affected by this drive-by shooting. We don't get reenactments by actors and actresses like we do in other true crime documentary series or movies. Instead, we see the street, there's model houses, there's model cars, and the mother is controlling where the cars were and where we see the cars. At times, with documentary series or movies that center around a true crime, kind of gives it that sense of urgency, and we see how it kind of all plays out, and sometimes it adds a lot to the crime that has happened. But here, with it being controlled by model cars, I really didn't get that sense of urgency for this mother to solve that case along with her niece. We did get a lot of focus on the interviews and Myspace, but placing the cars in certain locations on the street, you do get an idea of where everything went down and how far away people were from each other. The documentary is fairly short, about an hour and 22 minutes long. And the best thing that this movie did capture, and how one family will go so far into finding a killer. And since this is based on a true story, there is multiple things that this woman tried to do in order to find her killer. And it took years for her to finally find the true killer. And the police often got involved with Belinda and told her that she needs to take a step back. You're getting really deep into this, and you're getting involved so much on Myspace, and it's creating problems. Things are happening because you are communicating with a lot of people on Myspace. So you see how one person will kind of take control of the case and try to have revenge in her own way. And she admits, that at times she did it wrong and she should have handled it a completely different way. So there is honest conversations about how this woman handled the Myspace account and tried to find the killer. I love that it focused on the events of 2006 and then down the road as well. So you get to see how the family progressed as well, and how they were affected in 2006 and how they are affected now as years after this case and trying to solve it. They never forgot about it, and it led to them finding the killer, years later. Since Crystal's mother, Belinda, was in the car directly behind her daughter was in and witnessed everything unfold, she was able to get a clear view of everything that was happening. That's why she's able to control those car models on the street, and she's controlling the cars throughout the street. You could tell that she's having a hard time placing the cars in different positions, and where she was and where her daughter was as well, and where this other car that was involved with the shooting was, and how fast they were going and how they turned around the street. And you saw the emotion within her, and it was very hard to watch at times. This movie also captures how social media can be very powerful and how it could help one person. Social media has advanced so much since 2006. I was in the age of Myspace. I remember all of the things that this niece was doing, creating the account and changing the profiles, adding songs, making a top 8. I remember all of that. And now we have Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, and Twitter. It's advanced. And Myspace, it really shows how powerful it can be if it is addicting and people spend a lot of time on it. This woman pretty much solved the case on her own using Myspace. It is crazy that she used Myspace and she actually found the killer. It's crazy, but it also shows the power of social media. So Why Did You Kill Me was a very interesting documentary movie about a true crime. I thought it was handled very well, showing the screen of the Myspace account, showing the conversations between the niece who was acting as Crystal and all of the people she was communicating with, and how the family got involved, and it was a mission to themselves to try to find the killers of revenge. But all in the midst of all of this, it shows the power of social media. Definitely check out Why Did You Kill Me? Very interesting, short documentary, but always remains intense as you watch this family struggling to cope with what has happened, but solve the case in their own way. I'm gonna go ahead and give Why Did You Kill Me a B. Thank you guys for checking my review for the new documentary movie, Why Did You Kill Me, on Netflix. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.